Okay, so today we are going to give a little test out to Google Plus. I'm going to give you a little walkthrough on Google Plus and what it's about for those of you who haven't used it yet or haven't been invited and whatnot, and just some basic tricks that I've learned to make it smoother until you get really used to it. So first of all, I'll talk about Google Plus. Google Plus is a networking site, kind of like Facebook or MySpace. It seems a lot more professional. You know, not really like a children's kind of gossip circle anymore. I'm sure it'll get there. But the thing that's so great about it is that you can make little circles and add people to your circles, and then only the people in your circles can see what you post, depending on what circles you want to see what. And I'll show you that. It sounds a little confusing. I'll show you. So right now on my Google Plus, I got my profile up here, and I have stuff that I posted. I'll post from my Flickr, and if I click this, if I click this, it opens up the picture from my Flickr website. Here's Eric Fissler. Here's my shot. Okay, so also, if you like someone's comment, you can +1 it, and they get points for it. I don't know if sure, but eventually when they get this working, this +1 thing here will be where all the stuff that you +1 that you actually like will show up. So you can always go back and see what you liked. Like, it archives it. So I posted a couple funny things like Google Plus. We're so lucky to be invited because not a lot of people have been invited yet. Like, it's been released and it's just a testing thing right now. So the only way you can have a Google Plus is if someone invites you. And I can invite people. If you contact me, I will invite you. So right now it's limited. There's not a lot of people on here. There's only like 5 or 6 of my friends on here because like, it's still like beta testing, but it'll be released to the public in a couple, like I think like a week or 2 or a month. I'm not sure. So anyways, here's how it works. Oh, here I got a notification. Let's see. Sean +1 my posts. Cool. Okay, so in my circles here, here's a bunch of people that I've invited, that I've added to my circles. These are my circles. So I have politics. I just added that. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I have friends, and I have my 30 friends that I've added. Anytime I post something and I have all my friends see it, everyone in this group can see what I post. So I have, let's see, like in here. Get out of here, Hannah. Okay, so like I said, they give you a couple default ones like contacts, or I'm not sure. I deleted them, and I just have friends. I have my Meteorite circle in here with some of the guys that I've hunted with or I share finds with. And so this here, right here in this section, this is all the people that I've added to Google Plus. So some of these, you see the little mail symbol here and here and here. That means that I can only contact them through email. So when I post something, I can send it to them if I want, and they'll just get it through my email, and they can't comment on it or do anything like that because they don't have a Google Plus yet. But a couple of these I sent invites, like Carl and Jeff. They got invites, and so shortly they'll have their own Google Plus. But for now, these are people who I added to my circles, and you can see like they're probably in my friends group. But you can have people in several different groups. So I could have someone in all 3 groups, or 1 group, or 2 groups. So I created this family one. I haven't had any of my sisters or my parents have one yet, but I'll probably have one for like teachers and stuff like that, because that way I can post and they can only see stuff that's appropriate for them to see. Okay, so Hannah's my roommate next year, so let's see, or this next semester. So I'm going to add her to family just so we have an example of what you can do once you have someone. Okay, so I'll go back here to my profile now, and I will type something up in here. Howdy doody. Here's Hannah. Hey, Hannah. Okay, and so now here's what I can do. I can say I want all my friends to see this. I want people in my Meteorite circle to see this. I want people in my extended circles. I haven't figured out what extended circles are yet. I'll get there. Public. This means anyone who goes to my profile on Google Plus can read this post. Well, to be honest, I don't want friends to read this post because it's just a Hannah. I don't want my Meteorite group to read them. I don't know what eccentric circles are yet, but they can't read it. And public, I don't want this to be public either. So I'm gonna add just family, just so Hannah can see it. And I think there's a way you can add one per. I think there's a place way you can add like one person. If you go to someone's wall and you add something and you post on their their Google Plus, it'll just be, you can make it either public or not, and only they can see it. So, but right now I'm just gonna post a general thing out there, and only Hannah can read this now. Only people in my family group. So I'm gonna post this, boom, and Hannah can read it. She's the only one that can read it. It's a little slow. It's getting there. The picture uploader is a little annoying. If it freezes up in the middle, it won't upload all the pictures, and I don't know. I had to upload them all twice, but I was uploading pretty big pictures. For example, here's what I posted public for everyone to see. Everyone in my circles can see this. So I'm gonna click on it. Here's what it looks like to them when they get to this. And this, I didn't organize these pictures like this. I didn't pick them. This is just how it organizes the pictures. It's really awesome. It looks cool. And they can pick on the picture they want to see and click on it, and it gives you the caption. You can edit the caption. But the thing that's really cool is it just has this nice black background that looks awesome. And you can fast forward to something like this. Well, what you can do is you can go, okay, look, I want to see how he took this. You can go under actions, and for you it'll just say photo details, or I don't know, something like these. Most of these are just options for people who, I'm logged in right now, so these are my options. But you'll have photo details, and on photo details it shows the histogram of the picture, which I don't think you care about, but it'll tell you what camera I shot it with. It'll tell you how long of a shutter speed I used, what aperture, how wide open the aperture was, and the length of my camera. Like I was at 100 millimeters, and my ISO speed. So that's really cool. That's an advantage over, and I can keep scrolling. I'm just using the scroll bar on my mouse, and it's scrolling to different pictures. It's a little slow on the uptake here. Okay, let's get out of this. See, they're still working out the bugs, but it'll get there. The thing that's cool about this is, you know, it does all the work for you, and that's really an advantage, having these photo details. That's really cool. Something that Facebook and MySpace never had, email doesn't have. Flickr does. Flickr's photo sharing website from Yahoo that has that photo detail thing. Theirs is a little more intense than this, but I think that's really cool. So, like I said, these are public. Everyone can see it. I can post things. The thing that's so great about this is I can type in a status, and I can have my group set up, and I can say things in my status that would be inappropriate for other people to read. Like, you know, some people get uptight and you can't post things about politics. Well, I can make a circle about politics. I can go in and go, hold on. I'm going to make a new circle here, and I'm going to call it There's politics. And now I can post political stuff on my thing and only have people who I think would be okay reading it be able to see it. And also, like with family, like you can post things that, you know, I'm 20. There's a lot of things I could post on here that my family probably wouldn't want to read. So it's an excellent tool, being able to select between who wants to see what. So, and it's all linked to your Gmail too. That's the one thing I like. I hit Gmail, boom, Gmail pops up. I can go photos, boom, and Picasa pops up. All my Picasa things, they're all my albums from Picasa are popped up on here. So that's really cool. There's some other stuff that's like Google Docs on here. I guess they're linking it with YouTube. We'll see where it goes. But it's cool. It's a cool site, and I think it's going to be really popular just because the features are so much better. It's so much clean cut and whatnot. So there's your tour, little tips here and there. Hopefully you guys can. Oh, okay. Here's a good thing. Like, look, here's Morgan Larson. Here's my mom. I don't know why my mom's on here. I'm gonna add her to family. Okay, and I'm gonna add Morgan to friends. See? And I'm gonna add Ross to friends. And so you can add people to whatever circles you want. And like I said, you can always add multiple people to multiple groups. So hopefully Google Plus, when it gets released, catches on, because I really enjoy using it. It looks really professional, and like I said, even especially with the photos, it just looks so phenomenal. So hopefully, hey, I added you to a circle on Google Plus. Really? Which circle? The circle of life. Oh, that's pretty funny. Nice one, Sean. I'm gonna +1 that for him. Okay, so there's your tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's see, I'm still figuring out this new video chat majigger.